Hello everyone, this is Farooq and you are at Revpanda Live. Welcome to our podcast. Currently we are at SBC Summit Lisbon. It is day 3. We are having a very busy event and it is going really good and lots of networking here in Lisbon. Today I'm together with Metodi Kaydamov, Chief Commercial Officer at Finrax. Metodi, it's great to have you with us today. How are you?
Likewise, we are great. Enjoying the last day of the show. Everything was good so far, and we just have our final moments of the conference.
Absolutely, and I was at your booth. There were lots of people over there, so really, really great. And the event is really busy this time. Last year it was the first time SBC organized the event in Lisbon. Do you see any improvements in the organization?
Yeah, I think the organizers made a good job, and actually I see that first there is quite a bit of more people now, but looks like there are not so many queues. I mean, it's more organized, so to say. You have all these, food booths, and I think it's improving year by year. And Lisbon is also a great location. There is these amazing vibes in the city, so I think it's the right spot for this conference.
Did you have any chance to walk around in the city, do some sightseeing?
Yeah, we managed to go to the old town, Hotel of Fama. We had some cocktails, we had some dinners, meetings with clients, partners, and overall we had a great experience so far.
That's amazing, very good. Metodi, I would like to start with you. I know that you have got like an impressive career in iGaming and in also the payment space, but maybe you can tell us about yourself a bit and tell us your journey here in iGaming. So I really would like to know more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I started in gaming, which was a bit accidental. And I work for a company called Devosport. Avi, he's still, there. It's a great company. And this is how my journey basically began. I didn't know much about, the whole gaming industry, besides the fact that I was kind of involved in sports betting predictions. So I know about sports betting a bit, but I had no clue about like casino, affiliates, what is CRM marketing, and so on. So it gave me like a really good base to start off. And then I switched to payments. I have been working 8 years for a EMI in the UK, company called Merchant Pay, which is also something that gave me an amazing upgrade on what I have known so far in the gaming industry. And it was so interesting to see how the industry actually moved over those 10 years, because it was one thing 10 years ago, and now it's totally different, whether it's casino, game content, payment providers, of course, and all these, pieces that are moving the puzzle. And, the industry expanded, of course, it's so much bigger now. And now obviously we are trying to scale at Finrax, which is a crypto payments provider.
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask more about Finrax. I am aware that lots of our viewers today, they already know about the company. And I would like to ask you maybe elaborate more on the company, what you do and how you help the iGaming companies in our industry.
Yeah, well, I think we managed to fairly build our name in the gaming industry because of several reasons. One is obviously that we build our product by ourselves, and we are trying to upgrade, and at the same time keep the same levels. So we are happy to receive different feedback from different kinds of clients. Everyone is being happy with different puzzle of the product that we have. So this is one of the things that makes us happy and to continue growing the product. And the other thing is that we are a team. We are not so big as people, but we have managed to build a team that actually knows the gaming industry. So we know our client needs, and we are always trying to upgrade this on the next level.
Metodi, I would like to ask about your client's portfolio because in iGaming that you already established your brand. So you work with operators, obviously, but also you work with some other service providers, right? And any kind of an integration partner with that.
Yes, of course. So first of all, we have different clients, not only iGaming. We have also built our trust and leverage in the forex industry, as we are operating and we are managing and working with some of the, let's say, tier one, most big like FX and forex companies in the industry. And for us, getting so far means that we managed to build the trust and recognition that we have from these partners. And of course, apart from this, with all these latest trends and changes in the fintech industry, we see more and more demand from actually other companies like us, like fintech companies which are operating in a different scale, whether it's open banking, whether it's wallet or something like this. So we are just trying to be supportive and to be able to accommodate other businesses as well.
Absolutely. And crypto is definitely like a major place right now. Lots of companies, they are stepping into crypto world and they are like setting their payments over there as well. Not only operators, as you say, in many different industries. Just want to ask you, like personally, are you really following the crypto markets? Like, how is it going? Just tell us more on that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I am following, not only because of Finrax, but because when there is a boom, you actually want to follow this trend. Like, so I wanted to dig more, so I bought some meme coins, shit coins, like most of us. Then I did a bit of like some other stuff, and yeah, I mean, it's a technology, right? So I mean, one way or other, this will get like heavily involved in not only in financial industries, but with with that many things that can be developed, like on a technical level. I mean, yeah, the usage would be something that we'll see in the upcoming years.
I see. And well, crypto payments, like they are fairly new. To me, it's not. I've been in the crypto world like maybe last 7 years or so. So I've been like closely following, but I see more and more companies are discovering it. And there's also the traditional payments. So how do you feel this gap, between those traditional payments and the news like crypto payments at Finrax? What do you do to fill that gap?
So we are trying to actually put this all together, right? So of course, the traditional payments, we have them in our daily uses, and it's something that will continue. But the real mixture of like having the the blockchain technology, the stable coins, if you mix this with the traditional payments, this is what we are actually trying to achieve. There are many ways in which clients can actually accumulate this. And if you think about this, the simplest example is like you want to send money to China, right? So usually now you wait maybe 4 days, but with the blockchain you can just send it in one click, and then if you have the ability to basically put it back into fiat, it goes like this.
Absolutely, absolutely. And talking about our industry in iGaming, I often speak with operators and they come up with some issues such as like high fees or high decline rates, or sometimes even like limitations because of the compliance reasons or regulations and so on. How do you address these challenges at Finrax and help your operator partners?
Well, we will get to the compliance part, but I mean, we are transparent, first of all. So we basically, our clients know what we are charging them, and we build a transparent model of that kind of fees. But in the same time, I mean, obviously, you have these operators that are happy to pay 7, 8, 9% for card payments, for example, but then they say it's too much, 1%. So we are just trying to be transparent, and at the same time we actually want to kind of work on more like long-term relationship with our clients. So there will be always this competition between different providers, even in the crypto space, and there will be always someone that will offer you a lower fee. But again, it's important what you will get in return. So yeah, we are trying to balance that, and we are transparent with the clients. So actually they are happy with what we are providing them.
That's amazing. And you were talking about competition. So if you walk around, here SPC Summit, one hall just dedicated to, the payment providers and fintech companies here. So you're right about that. I just want to ask you about like Finrax and what makes you different, compared to similar services, similar companies?
Yeah, it's a good question. Well, like I said, first of all, we have built our own products. Second, we have a mixture, unique mixture of, people, talent that actually understands the industry. And we are also like one of the first providers. So we are one of the first in market that, we're providing crypto payments. So we have long-lasting relationship with clients that, actually value, all the things that we provided to them, not like services, pricing and so on, but also the personal touch that we do. Because of course, yeah, there are probably bigger companies that like us, like compared to us, but you start to lose this personal touch that we have with the clients. I mean, obviously, like we said, it's a different industry compared to 10 years ago, because 10 years ago were much less people. So now, of course, you have all these competitors. I mean, there are some good companies, of course, that are doing the same, but there is always this like personal touch that we are trying to provide to our clients.
Absolutely. And I want to ask about the onboarding process. So let's say that you talk to an operator and they would like to work with you. What are the next steps? How that process look like?
Yeah. Well, we try to be flexible. So first of all, we want to be compliant, right? We don't want to win clients just because we can do some things that are not right. So we are trying to balance, our regulatory requirements along with a process that will be not too much for the client. So I think we find the right balance. It's something that, yeah, we can.
I see. So it's like you're guiding them in the next steps. You're helping them, in the market that they operate. And it is very important also for the player experience, like they have got operators, they have got their players. And when it comes to deposits or maybe withdrawals, it needs to be super smooth. So are you helping them, to adjust the user experience as well, not only giving the technology, but also probably you're helping them to understand the whole picture and the whole customer journey, right?
Yes. So usually we guide our clients through the processes, not only through the onboarding, but afterwards, even before they get their account opened with us, we show them, how it works, how the checkout looks and so on. And actually this is something customizable. So the clients can actually, decide what they can use in terms of coins, networks and stuff like this. And we made some cool features on our checkout, in terms of UX for the users, because as you said, it's something important for the end user, to be able to deposit. Everything is clear. It's not like you don't have this small letters or whatsoever. So one of the things that we developed is we give the clients a 30-minute window through which there is basically no volatility. So we check the rate and we lock it for the client for a 30-minute window. And in some regions, in some geographies, this is actually something very nice, because you might have a fluctuation in the rates. So players, they value that, and yeah.
But I can say, if you talk about the biggest crypto, for instance, for Bitcoin, we no longer really see that big fluctuations anymore because institutions, they are stepping in the game. So it's like a little bit more stable compared to a couple of years ago. Maybe you agree with me, but now stable coins are becoming more and more important. And especially in United States, as you know, right now with the new, president and so on, they are like doing some actions to make it like more adopted in the market. And I was wondering about your views on the next trends in the crypto market. So what do you see regarding the adoption or regarding the, let's say, institutions stepping in, or how the adoption of the stablecoins will affect iGaming industry?
Well, we already see it. I mean, in Europe, there are many changes. some banks are even started, issuing that like their own stable coins. We will see this like hand by hand. I mean, technology changes and new things will probably go, along with the regulation and putting it into the right framework. In the iGaming, players are different. I mean, there are some players that, for example, they like to deposit with, meme coins or with, I don't know, Ethereum. So it's a big mixture. I mean, yes, stable coins are used primarily by, most of the players, but still there are people that, for example, have Bitcoins or forgot that they have Bitcoin. They saw that they can use this piece of Bitcoin to deposit somewhere. So it's really a mixture of, different kind of things that are, just popping up.
Well, I definitely agree. I think that we see it, and even regulations are following. So in European Union, as you said, that we had this MiCA, and new ones are coming in 2026 as well. So yes, there will be more adoption, but of course the regulations will be also following them for sure. Let's talk about the operators and their journey. For instance, like let's say somebody would like to step in our gaming industry, they want to have a new operator website and they would like to work in this industry, run the business. What would you recommend them regarding their payments? How they should structure the whole thing? As an experienced person, what would you say about that?
Yeah, well, their payment strategy should be based on which markets they would like to target, right? Because every market has its own specifics. So, for example, in some regions in Europe, I mean, obviously the adoption of local payment methods is much, much higher compared to crypto. So obviously this is the first thing that they need to have in mind. But we are always trying to help newly established operators. And it's not even all about payments, right? So we try to help them, based on our experience, let's say with different kind of providers, whether it's games, marketing, or just an advice. So we are actually, this is the personal touch that I told you, we are actually trying to babysit them and not be focused only on like crypto payments. So we hear their problems and we try to help them.
Well, I see. That's actually really good. And for those existing operators, let's say they're already working in a certain market and they would like to just launch their product in a new market, what are the things that they should be careful about?
Well, obviously, I mean, you need to know about the regulation, first of all, right? And so, again, not payments related, but yeah. Then when we come to payments, obviously, they need to make a structural analysis, what comes first, and basically prioritize this on their cashier. But definitely outside of Europe, like stable coins are really getting some speed. Like I said, in some countries in LATAM and Southeast Asia as well. So yeah, doing the right homework would bring you the best results.
Absolutely. And talking about the markets, I would like to ask you, since you work with lots of operators in iGaming, what are the markets in iGaming like developing really fast nowadays?
Yeah, well, Latin America is booming, definitely. And not only Brazil. Brazil was a hype like maybe 1-2 years ago. Now it got regulated and not so hyped, I guess. But Argentina, different countries in LATAM, basically, if you put the perspective, I mean, why these countries are booming, like, is because it was a bit undeveloped so far. And it's all these like countries are nice for crypto because of the specific of the country where, for example, in Argentina, you have inflation. So people actually prefer to stake their money in stable coins, like whether it's salary, other income, etc. And they just spend, in stable coins. Southeast Asia is another market that is booming for crypto, not only for iGaming, but for other industries as well. And definitely Australia and Canada is something that we see on the rise.
Absolutely. And when it comes to crypto adoption, like which markets are really like rising according to you?
Yeah, well, I would say the Gulf region, UAE, it's they have been working, like the government has been working really hard to, do the right regulations at one point, and at the other hand to, make it a bit more popular, so to say. Yeah, of course, there are other countries as well, but I would say, yeah.
I see. And I want to also ask you about some guidance when it comes to choosing the right payment provider when it comes to operators. Yeah. So would you recommend maybe like top 3 tips for an operator when it comes to like choosing the right payment provider?
Well, yeah, of course, this is a hard one, but I would say technology is important. Then you need to have the right coverage, and maybe the last thing would be, how long these companies have been operating on the market. Technology, number one, of course, because it's so important nowadays. I mean, we have been doing all these kind of, upgrades on our platform simply because we want to make more processes automated. Same goes for the operators, right? They or all the other companies, nobody wants to do a lot of manual work. So yeah, tech
And
stack is important.
speed is also very important as far as I observe from outside, right?
Yeah.
I see. And maybe like the number of integrations with different local payment providers and so on, I guess, because players feel really comfortable when it comes to the traditional methods, especially when they see, for instance, in Brazil, they see Pix, they feel like, okay, I can go there. But if it is PayPal, they will probably not approach, at least in that market. So definitely for sure.
And it's more easier for the client, because if you have like 6-7 integrations in the pipeline that you need to complete, obviously it's much easier if you see that you can plug in this solution through existing integration somewhere, instead of just building it on top of all this that you have in the queue.
I see. And probably the licensing, right? So when they see a payment provider, they have the solid licenses in the market and a recognition in the market. It is probably another important.
Usually, yes, I would say so. But of course, there are clients and clients, right? That there will be always somebody that would like to operate, on the lowest levels, and there will be people that would not care about the license because the price would be cheaper, or they will onboard them with less documents or things like this. But if you are building something that would like to be like a long-term project, you need to have in mind, not only the license, but the company, its history, etc. Because we have so many examples of companies that have been around us and then they just disappear like this.
I see. Metodi, we talk about how operators choose the service provider, but maybe we can also talk about the other side. So how do you choose your next partner? Are there any criteria that you're looking at?
Well, yeah, I mean, we try to work with mind-like, partners and people that understand the industry. Obviously, because of client needs, we need to be integrated and to be able to work with partners that are, let's say, strong in iGaming, in Forex, technical providers, and all other companies that are one way or another involved into the whole gaming industry.
I see. And I want to come back to Finrax. This time I would like to ask your future plans. So do you have something in the pipeline when it comes to the product features, or maybe some new, let's say, updates or releases on your end?
Product, of course, we are always trying to enhance the product and to work on top of our clients' needs. We are looking into the next 2 years to be able to provide something that would be able to connect both blockchain, crypto, and traditional rails. And of course, we are always trying to be able to reach new markets, expand our presence, etc.
I see. Metodi, you travel a lot. I see it's, like you don't only go to iGaming events, you also go to fintech events as well. How do you manage that lifestyle? How do you balance the whole thing?
I mean, as well, it's hard. You travel out as well. So, yeah, sometimes probably we all get, tired of this traveling. But in the end, like, it's always good to connect, with people on all these events, because in the end, you see these people like twice or 3 times per year. So it's always good to connect, to see each other in person, and of course to, meet with different people.
I see. Metodi, what would be the best way to learn more about Finrax or reaching out to you for our audience if they would like to follow your work?
They can always visit our website and contact us through our contact form, or just reach out in LinkedIn to myself or somebody else. We are always more than happy to, speak with people that we haven't met yet.
Metodi, thank you so much for joining us today. I know that you have got like back-to-back meetings and it's day 3. So we are like all like quite exhausted during this event, but I very much appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me here, and I hope we'll see you soon.
Absolutely. I think Rome, you'll be there at Sigma, right?
Yes.
So I'm definitely going to see you over there. Once again, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for...
Everyone, thank you for watching. We had a very insightful conversation with Metodi today. I hope you have some great takeaways from this conversation. Follow us on our social media and join us at the next Revpanda live session. Thank you.